Now, with regard to trial advocacy, United States versus Stevens, which was decided during this time, has said unequivocally that the defendant meets the burden by demonstrating at least one compelling reason that the defense case is released under 3142I, and namely the obstacle the current the public health crisis poses to the preparation of the defendant's defense constitutes a compelling reason under 3142 for release. And that was the case in which the defendant had originally been detained. With regard to meetings in person, the defense counsel should not have to be faced with the prospect that they may be to crack the potential virus, especially under the circumstances that in the Eastern District, in the MCC and the MCC, the guards are tempted to have had coronavirus in greater numbers than the inmates. You would certainly be at risk in doing so. And then additionally, the counsel that we such water, trial has been put off. There's a lot of uncertainty. Let's assume there's a trial date picked in the Eastern District. It's not going to be until after November. So between now and then, he would be transferred to the Northern District of Illinois to the Eastern District of New York. And then there would be several months, presumably, before the trial. Now, why, under those circumstances, can he then make an application, or you want just that, to the district judge saying, we're not able to prepare the thousands of documents here on the field there, but we can't, it's dangerous in the NBC, and why don't we, can you make a room available, and we can meet for 3 days and pick the days, and take the documents there and go over them all with him, and so forth, with marshals present. Arranging by the trial judge can arrange that his Sixth Amendment rights are protected in advance of the trial, and handle it that way. That seems to be a logical way to do it, rather than just, granting bail, which would be extraordinary for a person of this sort, asking COVID. Why not just be able to manage it that way? And the district judge is going to accommodate it because he doesn't want a motion that Sixth Amendment motion argument made on appeal that he's denied the person the opportunity to prepare. Well, no, thank you for the question. Because the reality is that almost more than half the time he's been incarcerated, he's not been able to meet with counsel. The amount of work that has to be done, especially given the exceptional circumstance, and the unique Mr. Kelly's case in which he cannot leave. There's an extraordinary amount of work that has to go into music. And as stated in U.S. data, where the defendant released on bail, the bail is 24 hours a day. There's just the trial preparation. This is the type of thing that's necessary for the amount for what Mr. Kelly is facing. There are other defendants who have already been convicted in the Southern District of New York who were granted bail, and they are being housed in very limited restriction where the government is able to monitor, as well as the Bureau of Prisons are able to monitor the defendant. And it's not a circumstance that's unusual while the pandemic is ongoing. And the courts have ruled that release has no bearing on any other bail applications that may result in detention. The fact remains that Mr. Kelly needs to prepare for trial in person, face to face with lawyers, and lock him away for 6 months without any contact with counsel. It belies his right to counsel and his constitutional guaranteed right. There's no way that what's the trial date set for next June? Would you still be making the same arguments? I mean, we don't know when this trial is going to take place. And it seems to me that if he has several months before the trial takes place when he's in the Eastern District of New York, that's the time to address all of this. He's sitting in Illinois, and who knows when he's going to come east, but there isn't even a trial date. So, it seems like there's an awful lot of moving parts here that need to be settled before a decision of the magnitude that you're asking for Well, again, United States versus Avenatti, Mr. Avenatti was found guilty of multiple felonies, and the court allowed his temporary release for 90 days to prepare for trial, and the court continues to extend the release date for Mr. Avenatti, and the fact that he is facing a trial in California and yet another trial in the Southern District of New York, and he is free to consult with the attorney, and the court determined it because he has a right to prepare for trial. Mr. Taylor came being placed under extraordinary restriction in Chicago.
So what's up, everybody in the chat? What y'all think about what's going on? Y'all seen the last video, or if y'all heard the audio from the appeal hearing, what do y'all think about it? The most recent update that has come out, of course, is the fact that there's going to be a hearing Tuesday at 9:30. Sassy, since the latest update, he was attacked. There was conflicting stories. They had the appeals hearing in which they're trying to get the inmate that says that he was provoked to attacking R. Kelly to testify, allegedly. What's up, Aaron? How you doing? Monica Jewell says he may be released to prepare for trial with restrictions. That was a general reaction. A lot of people were saying, based on the responses, one of the judge in particular said when he was just what seemed to be shocked at the fact that R. Kelly hasn't been given the ability to meet with his counsel. One thing I did want to clear up, because someone did comment earlier that the inmate stated that the government made him attack R. Kelly. Well, I think people are taking that, in a sense, the wrong way. And the way I read it, the way I read the things that he said, it seems like to me he was saying he felt like because he wasn't getting the response he needed out of the people he was dealing with, he felt the only way he could get their attention is through his actions. I didn't get that he was directly told, like he was made to go do this. Like the way it was said, if you want to give accountability to that counselor, of course that was stupid to say in the situation, but to me, the way I look at it, it probably was one of those situations where the person he was talking to was just calling his bluff, like basically, you not gonna do nothing to this man, in those words. I don't feel like it was I want you to go attack Mr. Kelly. Like I don't feel like it was that. Because like I said before, when it comes to these jails, it really don't take much to provoke a person to lash out. Like, with the experience that I had, I was only in jail for like 10 days on a driving on suspended. And it's like, okay, just I'm looking at it on a situation that I had in which the the correctional officers, they were mad because I guess being that this was new to me, this was a shock value to me. So I was very vocal with a lot of the things that I saw were a problem in the facility we were being kept in. Like, it was mold everywhere. It was the toilet kept getting stopped up. It was like a lot of things going on in the little pod that we were in, and I had a lot of issues. But anyways, it was one day they came and they brought the trays for the food. They got mad because we decided that we weren't going to give them the trays. That means they would have to open the doors and come in and get the trays. Do you know these people threatened to pepper spray us and said that we were trying to incite a riot just because we refused to hand them these trays? So when it comes to how these correctional officers can be, I pretty much got an understanding that some of them probably are cool, some of them probably do their job right, but you have to realize there's going to be those type of people working in those facilities that are assholes and are going to abuse their authority. Loving R. Kelly says, I've been there for 4 months before they released me because they really thought I was mental because I wouldn't take their medications. Man, I'm telling you, when I say I'm traumatized by my experience, I'm traumatized. I literally watched a girl try to slit her wrist with her glasses. She laying on the floor beside me trying to slit her wrist with her glasses. But me being me, I'm realizing she's doing it for attention, for the simple fact and how she's doing it. But at the same time, that's freaking me out to see somebody actually doing it. That's crazy. Another incident that I saw, okay, this girl was verbally in an altercation with this girl right next to me. And at the time, I'm pregnant. And at the time, there was a girl right next to her that was pregnant as well. So it's two pregnant girls in between two girls that are having a disagreement in the pod. Don't you know these COs come in ready to pepper spray these girls? Never mind the fact that if they come in and pepper spray them, they gonna pepper spray all of us essentially, like at the end of the day. So again, when I look at certain things being said and people disregarding the fact that they could potentially be doing things to agitate the situation, even if it's not directly the cause, you have to take responsibility to the stupidity that's going on. If you have not been in jail, you don't recognize those certain things, period. That shit was absolutely crazy. Actually, you know, in this whole battle, I'm seeing all these people battle with this stupid shit, but it's like I've been attacked in all angles, like in my household, like even with the situation with my license, it just seemed like to me, Homeland Security just kept finding reasons to suspend my license. And I didn't know that apparently now it's a big deal to be driving with suspended. So if you get pulled over and you don't know that your license is suspended, guess what? You're going to fucking jail. So at the end of the day, when I look at the things that R. Kelly is going through, I can relate to it for the simple fact that I know that it's real life people going through similar shit, not to the extreme of this extortion plot, but just being falsely accused, being incarcerated beyond your control, All these situations are circumstances that real life people deal with. So the fact that they can do all this shit that we are seeing publicly, what does that say about you and I? What hope do we have? We're sitting here talking about election season right now, and we're seeing these politicians are just as crooked as the people they trying to lock up. What do we do? I get it. It's a lot of people out here that's bouncing from channel to channel because they're at a loss. They don't know what to do. But to me, I just don't understand how you could be peace and positivity 1 minute and the deadly viper the next. Like, that shit don't make no fucking sense to me. It really don't. So then people come over here and they want to tell me things to talk about or tell me things that have been said on other channels. But if it hasn't come directly from my channel, I don't really want to comment on it, for the simple fact I'm not finna be beefing with these people on the internet that I don't know and don't really give a fuck about. This shit is real. A man's life is at stake. This ain't no fucking competition. I don't care who like who does what. Even last year, I had some questions about this man's music, a very valid question. Now all of a sudden we see his music beat that was just leaked. Didn't nobody say nothing. Nothing. Everybody too busy pointing the fingers at some stupid shit. I'm almost at a point of, for a long period of time, I'm seeing this as a money grab. And my question is, where is R. Kelly's money? Because clearly that was what triggered all this, the money issues and the fact that he wanted his masters and all this. We all know that was the triple effect, but just think about it. I had to stop and go back, and I went to Tasha K's platform and I watched this video. And it seemed like to me, some of the things that gave her moments of fame came from someone who was scorned by the fact that they were being outed for dealing with a transsexual, or I don't even know the correct term to label this person, but this person had been outed. This person was in a situation that had absolutely nothing to do with R. Kelly, but then this person brought R. Kelly into the situation. Every time I get to digging into these girls that are making these accusations against R. Kelly, I realize they have a connection to somebody that has, or feel like they have, bad blood with R. Kelly for some reason or another. Like I've said before, some of these people, even if they don't directly know they're part of the takedown, they are. We can just sit here and watch what's going on YouTube and recognize this. What's different than what goes on in the industry? When people get mad, what do? They want to get to blasting you, but it's all good before. And then when they feel like they done with you, they want to make everybody else be done with you. Make that shit make sense. You don't get to the truth letting people dictate what you do. People can sit here and keep running these narratives about who team I'm on. When I've said out my mouth, I'm on the team of truth, because I've seen this truth from the beginning. And if you take a reflection of my page, you will notice that I don't make my channel about me for the moment. I actually put what I wanted to do, my business plans aside, to do what I felt like was right. I didn't do that to be over here talking about, well, you mod for this person and this person. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. None of it. When it came to his music being leaked, the reason why I was concerned with it, if he didn't approve it, is because what if this man gets in a hard situation and he needs that music to try to make some money? But if people are out here leaking it and don't have the permission, that would, of course, raise red flags. Right? If you were in a tight spot and all you had was your music and your thoughts, would you appreciate it being leaked? But back to Tasha K. For a long time, I thought Tim was her major source, but I realized over the time in watching her, because that's what these silly people fail to realize. If you don't sit back and watch everything, you're going to miss out on a lot. So in watching her, you would realize that she has to have multiple people feeding her information. So the point of me bringing out the story a minute ago was when I started thinking about who this person was, and when I go back to her video that she did, it seems like people were implying that the person that was giving her that information was a person named Earl Robinson. Does that name sound familiar? According to the general consensus from Tasha K's source, there was a person called, what was his name? Can't remember. Let me go back. There was a guy. Entrapped in the closet. You remember the whole setup? Well, the way they were saying the story was that this guy got caught up in this whole scandal of being exposed, so he decided to expose R. Kelly. And it would only make sense that this person would expose R. Kelly in a manner because not only did they get exposed, but they have a vendetta against R. Kelly. Now, I'm not sure, somebody could double check me on this, but maybe you can figure out who this person that Tasha K was referring to. This was a year ago. So when you think about it, it's like, that is crazy. This man literally put so much right here in our face. But at the end of the day, as time progressed, you would notice that Tim Savage burned his bridges with Tasha K just like he did with so many other people. And people have conveniently forgot that when I first started blogging, if you don't recall, somebody sent me this link. And now that I think about it, I feel like I was almost set up. But maybe, I guess it's the trials and tribulations of being a blogger, because it taught me a lesson in realizing what to respond to and what not to respond to. But anyways, somebody sent me this link to Toxic Diamond's video about Demetrius Smith. And, I gave my commentary on it. Next thing you know, we're beefing. We go back and forth. She get my video taken down. we're beefing. I'm like, I'm not dealing with her. She against R. Kelly. So somewhere along the line, she transitioned into seeing what's going on. Now, as I continue to watch her, I realized that from her perspective, she's trying to be unbiased. And if you think about it, it's the way I tried to be when I first came into this situation. However, I felt like I needed to pick a side, and I picked a side, and that was the truth. And the truth lies within R. Kelly. So, with that being said, throughout the time, as time progressed, you would realize that I found myself on a panel with Toxic Diamond, and I even apologized to her. My thing is, I recognize that sometimes some people are on both sides. Some people are trying to be unbiased. Some people are intentionally playing both sides. But at the end of the day, I've already told you where I stand. So I would just appreciate it if people on my platform would stop bringing the bullshit to me. Now, those of you that have been platform to platform recognize that there was quite a bit of disrespect thrown to me. With that being said, I don't understand why you would be fixated on continuing to send me content or anything that would continue to stir the pots. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. But anyways, I think I just wanted to take this moment, doing my little birthday things, celebrating, to give you a little insight as to who I am. Because, like I've said, when you've been through things, you can look at certain situations with a different perspective. So that's the way I look at this whole thing. And like I said, when I was doing my little thing trying to get in the industry, I've been through a whole lot of situations. And I just wanted to show y'all a couple things along my little way. It was this one particular time in which I was supposed to be in this movie, and it turned out to be some bullshit. So when I recognized janky business in this R. Kelly case, it's because I firsthand dealt with janky business. These motherfucking people I have watched even since I stopped dealing with the project at hand. I've watched them reflip this same movie idea 3 times. Now, I don't know if they're trying to get money off of it or what, but I'm going to just show you my way of handling it. Rather than getting on the internet and bashing this man, I just thought it'd be funny to make a little skit. And this was years ago, by the way. That's why it's funny when people try to bring out pictures of me. You want to pick certain pictures of me. It's funny all the shit you overlook to try to get some shit you thought would make me look bad. That's very fucking funny. But that just shows how limited your personality is. That just shows a lot about you. And it make me question your character. It make me question your source of information if you're willing to spin a false narrative about me just because you don't like me and the fact that I've talked to somebody you don't like. Stupid. Now you can see this video was 4 years ago.
From my past experience, I gave someone the benefit of the doubt with a casting call, and it turned out to be some bullshit. I quit my job. I did a whole lot of traveling back and forth to accommodate for this job, and it turned out to be some bullshit. So for people that think that I just be with the shit on social media or be acting funny towards certain people or in general, I'm not serious about what I do because I don't apply to casting calls via social media. I say this: y'all ain't paying my motherfucking bills. And these people on social media, I don't know these motherfucking people. If I can't look you up and verify you beyond Facebook, goddamn it, I don't need to work with you. It's not that serious for me. I can go out here and get some money one way or another. Know that. So with that, I'm saying this. Everybody that is a CEO, everybody that is portraying to be this or being that, that don't necessarily mean that's who they are. Check your sources. Check the people you work with. And above all, know this. Real casting calls are not carried out via social media. Unless it's a little low budget, new up and coming company. Don't get me wrong, there are a few of those. But for the most part, casting calls are done through casting agencies, casting sites. So anybody that wants to work with me, make sure you have your shit in order because I ain't doing the social media shit ever. Call from Jessica. It's calling. Hello? Yeah, I just had to tell you about this one I just seen. You been on Facebook? Why I look on Bubble page. This nigga done posted a picture of somebody. I ain't even gonna say who it is. I'm gonna let you look for yourself. This nigga done posted a picture of somebody saying that I remember being there taking this picture of her. She posed for me or something like that. So I look at the comment. Why the comment said, really? And it's a little boy with the face, tuned up. And right under that comment, the girl comment, she was like, man, I seen that picture in the cover of such and such. You ain't take that damn picture. And then I want to see that. If you see it before I see it, make sure you tag my name because I'm definitely gonna say, nigga, where the fuck my money at? How the fuck you gonna recast for some shit we done started filming? Your ass can't afford to finish. Get the fuck out of here. He gonna keep fucking around. The team gonna pop up and get our goddamn money. Keep posting shit. Hey, we got to, hey, let me figure out what we did with that goddamn paperwork, because this shit right here is starting to piss me off every time I see this little extra bullshit. Like, if you know you done con some people out some shit on Facebook talking about you gonna do this, you gonna do that, nigga, sit your ass down when that shit don't work. Don't be still posting no shit.
So you notice, if you was paying attention what I just said, even in this situation that I was going through, this janky ass director, whatever he want to call himself, even he had proper paperwork. So with that being said, when I'm looking at this situation with R. Kelly, and people want to keep pointing these fingers, you can't point no fingers but at the fingers of the people that were around him, that were dealing with the business and such. Okay, so it don't make no sense for people to be just sitting here wanting me to focus my attention on certain individuals when, one, that's not my character. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And two, I see something else at play.
In this business, your credibility means everything. How you define yourself, how you establish your image, your name, your reputation, that means a lot, and it's going to say a lot about you in the industry. I want my name to really mean something, to really have an impact with people when they hear it. I want them to know that if I'm behind it, it's 100% going to go the way it's supposed to. A lot of work is going to be put into it. I'm going to be determined and persistent into making everything come out the way we have agreed upon at the beginning of planning for whatever I'm doing. I'm not going to be like these people out here selling dreams. I'm not going to be the one to try to sugarcoat anything that I'm doing, because good, bad, if things flop, if things don't go in my favor, guess what? At least I tried. At least I gave it my all. I'm not going to stunt. I'm not going to front for anybody. I'm going to give my all into everything I do. And that is what Team Shanissa represents.
So that was me 4 years ago. And that's how I felt and how I feel today. Integrity is a lot to me. So to answer a couple questions, or one question in particular, somebody came to my personal page and they said, I've always loved your commentary. However, you deal with this person that I don't like. Now, I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say this same thing. The only man that I'm dedicated to in that way would be my fiance. As far as what I'm doing here is, I'm pursuing the truth and injustice against R. Kelly. Just because you have deemed yourself to the position of not liking somebody, what does that have to do with me? You don't get information letting people dictate what you can see. If I let y'all sit here and tell me, don't do this, don't go over here, don't do that, do you think I would get anything accomplished? If I had just spent my whole last year in all of these lives, would I have gotten anything accomplished? So with that being said, just because recently you have seen me popping up in specific chats that you say you don't like, one in particular, because it's only one chat I pop in and visibly make myself known. And the reason I make myself known is for this very reason. Go ahead and run with these narratives and make yourself look foolish. Because people that rock with me know I don't know none of these fucking people blogging about R. Kelly. I have never physically met none of these people. I have no alliance to nothing but the truth. With that being said, follow the truth. Somebody even came over here and commented that I should join the debate with grown men and all them. Now, my response to that is this. Some of y'all forgot what I said last year because some of you are just following what other people say, the narrative, prima donnas, But check it. I told y'all last year, ain't no need for a prima donna to talk to Teen Truth. Do I have a personal problem with Larry or any of the people over there? No. I hate the fact that they are so adamant in their moral hate for his choices. The fact that if you go over there and look at his videos, he will say that a 40-year-old, 50-year-old man shouldn't be dating a 20-year-old woman, 18-year-old, 19-year-old woman. Guess what? That's legal. So as I said last year, I told y'all what Larry's problem with R. Kelly was. It wasn't that he was breaking the law. It's the fact that they don't like the fact that he dealing with younger women. They said from the beginning that they had issues with this because all the women he was dealing with were of age. Then they want to turn around and flip the narrative just because they needed to get the media spotlight. Sound like what the inmate did, right? They needed to get the media spotlight. They wanted to get some attention. They needed to get a response. So they had to do something. Just like that inmate, right? Look, all I'm saying is, I understand why some people were attracted to certain bloggers. But if you realize the way that I bring you my content is to challenge you to think for yourself. Even though, yes, I do put my personal opinion in there, which is what my fiance hates. He feels like that is why he feels there's a problem with what I'm doing because there's bias and I'm not presenting the both sides. But if they've already presented their side, why would I need to waste any of my energy trying to give both sides? And that's the problem that I had with that little documentary that Shabazz did. Because like I told y'all, that documentary was not going to be for R. Kelly. It turns out that it helps R. Kelly. And that's how God works. You better ask, did you see that? That man was not for R. Kelly. And look how it played out. You don't get these people to change their perspective against this man by being hateful, by being mean, by being demeaning to people. I have to even control myself when I talk about people and doing stupid shit because I have to realize that everybody is not on my level of growth and development. But at the end of the day, we all are individuals. We all are humans. We all make mistakes. We all have done stupid shit. But are we going to continue to keep doing that same stupid shit? Or are we going to get it together? I just wanted to jump on here real quick to share that with y'all so y'all could get a little dose of who I am. I had intended long ago to start talking about me, but then I realized at this particular moment who I am is irrelevant. I've been devoted to pushing the truth about this case, and that is it. That is all. But maybe I'll incorporate being more personal on this channel. Maybe if the situation changes. But to me, when it comes to important issues, me as a person is irrelevant. I could fade to the background because, like I've said, I've already had my moments of trying to pursue the spotlight. And even now, it's easier for me to communicate without being seen. People want to always assume what they don't know, and they don't know my history and the things that I've been through, experiences that I've had. The feeling of when I'm sitting here having a conversation with a person and they're looking me in my face, they're not hearing a goddamn word I say. So don't ever feel like just because I'm not making myself the focus or I'm not in front of the camera that I'm a fake personality, because just like some of the other people have found my main social media, y'all can too, and you will see there's a long history of me doing me. But putting me to the side, this is all about injustice. As I suggested in one of my other videos, if any of you watching right now are from Chicago, there's a civil rights union there. Has anyone reached out to them? There's a lot of things that so many people could be doing instead of arguing over the internet and trying to manipulate other people into picking a side. Because the point in me saying all this was to bring it back to this. I already feel like in the beginning I was forced into picking a side. And that reason is because once you realize the truth, you can't be unbiased. You can't be straddling the fence. You can't play both sides. You can't be over here saying, yeah, I understand how you feel, when you know that the way they feel is incorrect. And it's nothing you can say to change that. So you just might as well cut that loss and move the fuck on. So that's my response when it comes to dealing with Team Truth. I understand how they feel. I know that. There's no need for me to debate with them. There's no need for me to associate with them. And if other people do, guess what? That is not a reflection of me. And that's my last time saying that. Now, again, I appreciate everybody in the chat. I just wanted to pop in that quick to express that, to let you know if you didn't already know about the fact that there will be a hearing Tuesday, 9:30. Make sure y'all stay tuned. If I don't appear, somebody else might, or y'all could always just research yourself. You don't have to feel obligated to keep tuning in to bullshit just because you feel like you're waiting on information. You don't have to wait on information. Seek thee and you will find. See that? With that being said, what up, y'all? What up? Y'all have a good night. I got to go tend to the little one. I heard her about to wake up. And stay tuned for the next upload. Y'all drop some comments below. I'm going to come back and see who y'all want to see next, because I have been coming across quite a few names that a lot of people have yet to talk about. And as I was thinking about it, did you realize that they are real live trying to make R. Kelly pretty much mirror Epstein? Check it. While Epstein got his sweetheart deal, the same time they were pushing this case the first time with R. Kelly, this man was allowed to go in and out of his jail 6 days a week. And at the same time, he continued to traffic girls, right? Well, it would appear to me that they're trying to imply the same thing with R. Kelly. That's what I kept on. That was another thing I was thinking about when I heard the hearing yesterday was, there is this person, Lanita Carter, in 2003 through 2004. Recall that? And that would fit in the time that after he's being charged, like he's been charged for doing this and he's still continuing to do the same thing. Isn't that crazy? But what's funny is, if you do a little research, somebody need to tell me, who is Courtney Carter? Has anybody ever heard that name? Because I just find it ironic, all these people knowing each other, and you have this girl popping up out the blue talking about she was assaulted, named Lanita Carter. I wonder, is she related to this Courtney Carter person? But anyways, if y'all find out who that is, make sure you come back and drop that comment, because according to this paper, if you go look up this lawsuit between RSK Enterprise and Comcast, you will notice a name in which it states that a person by the name of Courtney Carter, which was the tour manager, received some money that was supposed to be for R. Kelly for a performance. Well, again, like I told y'all, it's always a money issue that prompts a situation with these girls. So again, if y'all find out who Courtney Carter is, come back, drop it in the comments. Also drop in the comments who you like the next video to feature. Because as we have heard, we already know it's a whole lot of people who have yet to be called out. And it's a whole lot of people that think they're going to be dropping dimes on the low. Oh no. We going to be on top of this. Period. Exactly, Destin. That's what I've been saying from jump. They've been sitting here taking bits and pieces from Epstein. Why? Because Epstein was fueling these people like Weinstein, Quentin Tarantino, Bill Clinton, all these people. And I just saw an article where it's trying to they're trying to extradite the prince. You know, they're trying to get him to take responsibility for his actions in the little sex trafficking ring. So like I said last year, it was going to be a whole lot of people bound to fall. They were sitting here putting all this energy into keeping us distracted about R. Kelly and these fake ass victims, because they already know in the previous years, there have been a lot of people who have been stepping down from these high ranking positions. And they have been quietly doing their little settlements on the low, and ain't nobody been calling them out. Well, all of a sudden, all these names are getting drugged out. All of them. And I'm here for it, because I'm just going to keep watching. I do appreciate that, Bree Ramsey. But like I said, everybody just stay focused, stay prayed up. This is a spiritual war. I already told y'all, they're using these Jezebels. What did they have back in then? They sent the women in to do their deeds. This is nothing new. We see the same thing repeating itself. So let's not act brand new. Y'all have a good night.